Hello, I'm Sebastian. Welcome to Nine Nar Trees podcast. Today, I will summarize and review the book. In Ruthless Equity, Disrupt the Status Quo and Ensure Learning for All Students, Ken Williams offers a revolutionary and unapologetically bold approach to reshaping the landscape of education to serve all students equitably. Focused on the principle that every child deserves access to a high-quality education, Williams challenges educators, administrators, and policymakers to confront and dismantle the systemic barriers that perpetuate inequality within schools. Through a blend of passionate advocacy, practical strategies, and real-world examples, this book serves as a clarion call to action for those committed to creating an educational system that not only talks about equity, but also lives it. As an experienced educator and thought leader, Williams's insight provides a powerful roadmap for transforming the rhetoric of equity into tangible outcomes, ensuring that the promise of education as the great equalizer is fulfilled for every student, irrespective of their background. I will give you key takeaways from this book. Firstly, disrupting the status quo. Ken Williams argues that the status quo in education is inherently inequitable and serves to reproduce systemic inequities. He believes that true transformation requires a radical disruption of existing practices, policies, and mindsets. Williams outlines how educators and administrators can identify and challenge the norms and assumptions that underpin the current system. This involves questioning long-held beliefs about meritocracy, confronting biases, and critically examining how resources are allocated. Williams urges educational leaders to prioritize equity in decision-making processes and to be courageous in implementing change, even when it requires difficult conversations and challenging the entrenched interests of those who benefit from the existing arrangements. Secondly, ensuring learning for all students. At the heart of ruthless equity is the conviction that every student, regardless of their socioeconomic status, race, or ability, deserves access to high-quality education. Williams discusses strategies for creating inclusive classrooms that recognize and celebrate diversity as a strength rather than a challenge to be managed. He emphasizes the importance of culturally responsive teaching, differentiated instruction, and high expectations for all students. Williams provides practical examples of how schools can design interventions that address the specific needs of marginalized students, ensuring that no child is left behind. The aim is to create a learning environment where all students feel valued, understood, and supported in achieving their full potential. Thirdly, building collaborative communities. Williams highlights the importance of collaboration among educators, parents, and the wider community in fostering equity. He posits that building strong partnerships based on trust, respect, and mutual goals can lead to more effective solutions to the challenges facing today's students. The author suggests strategies for engaging stakeholders in meaningful dialogue and decision-making processes that prioritize students' needs. This includes empowering parents and community members to participate actively in school governance and creating opportunities for students to voice their experiences and needs. By building a community centered on equity, schools can leverage a wider range of resources, perspectives, and expertise to support student success. Fourthly, leveraging data for equity. Data plays a crucial role in identifying inequities and monitoring progress towards equity goals. Williams advocates for the strategic use of data to uncover disparities in student outcomes, access to resources, and participation in advanced courses. He guides readers through the process of conducting equity audits and using data to inform decision-making. By analyzing data with an equity lens, educators and administrators can more accurately identify areas of need, develop targeted interventions, and measure the impact of their efforts. Williams stresses the importance of transparency and accountability in sharing data with the school community to foster trust and collaboratively work toward solutions. Lastly, sustaining equity efforts. Achieving equity is not a one-time effort, but a continuous process that requires dedication and persistence. Williams discusses the challenges of sustaining momentum in equity work, including resistance to change, fatigue, and competing priorities. He offers strategies for maintaining focus on equity goals, such as establishing equity teams, embedding equity principles into school policies, and providing ongoing professional development for staff. Williams also addresses the importance of celebrating progress and learning from setbacks to build resilience and commitment among all stakeholders. The goal is to create a culture of equity within schools that endures beyond individual initiatives or leadership changes. In conclusion, Ken Williams's Ruthless Equity, Disrupt the Status Quo and Ensure Learning for All Students is an essential read for educators, administrators, policymakers, and anyone committed to the mission of educational equity. Through a combination of theoretical insight and practical advice, Williams provides a comprehensive guide for transforming schools into inclusive, equitable spaces where every student can thrive. This book is particularly valuable for educational leaders seeking to navigate the complex dynamics of school reform, and for teachers who wish to deepen their understanding of how to serve all students effectively. By embracing the principles of ruthless equity, readers can become agents of change, breaking down barriers to learning and ensuring that every child has the opportunity to realize their potential. In doing so, they contribute to the creation of a more just and equitable society. If you would like to support Ken Williams, you can buy the book through the Amazon link I've provided in the podcast description. After reading the book, please let me know what you think and share your thoughts. See you around.